Whoa.
And we're going.
And your dog's going.
Yep. And we're in a new space.
Yes.
New room. New beginnings.
New beginnings.
Yeah, we're calling it New Beginnings. It's a little bouncy, we're saying.
Yeah, like I said on the last couple podcasts, we need to fill up this space. We need more shag carpet.
Yeah. But you know what? That's the process of turning like a house into a home. You know,
It takes time.
It takes time. Needs to be a little bit more lived in, and then we get that bounciness out, and then it's just like the sound will just settle into the walls.
Yes,
and it'll come through over the mics.
Yes.
And everyone will be like, "Wow, these guys are
wow.
Their voices sound like velvet."
You sound different.
I've been working on my Evan's new apartment voice.
Oh, that's better.
Oh, is this different?
Yeah,
You're booming now.
Now it works.
Now you're so alive. Man.
I'm peeking. They said we're learning a lot of the lingo. Chris explained us a lot of the audio lingo and stuff like that. Yeah.
But it's nice we have a little touch, a little details.
Yeah, same table.
Got some stuff. Sure.
Welcome to the Portugal Corner of the podcast where we talk about all things Portuguese soccer, the good, the bad, and the funny. I am Evan.
Chris.
Justin.
Patrick.
Oh my God.
We're in different spots.
Yeah.
It's a different space too.
Everything's different.
We're gonna do everything differently. We're gonna talk so well about the Portuguese league.
Yeah.
Some things don't change. That
is one of them.
But yeah, the vibes are. Hey, I don't want to say off, but different.
Different.
It's
It just
definitely
feels a little different.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Everything feels different. Yeah.
I have a collection of Russian nesting dolls.
Okay, yeah, you got some knickknacks around here. I haven't checked all the knickknacks out yet.
Yeah, you decided to put on the disco light strobe ball, which I don't know if that's adding anything.
I don't know. Do you want to see how you feel without it?
Yes.
I fucking break my head trying to pull it out.
No, this.
What do you think, Chris?
Let's try it out for a bit.
Okay.
If things start getting stale, I'll go plug that in, please.
Get that disco ball back going.
It doesn't matter for the listener.
Yeah,
but
not at all.
There was a strobe light on before.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Welcome to the new pod zone.
Thanks for having us at your place.
Yeah, thanks for welcoming us to your home.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for hosting for the next couple years.
Yep.
So now it's really down to Evan. As long as he wants to keep doing it,
Yeah.
we're committed. We just took a GO train from Union to a state. Can I say what station you're at?
Yeah, go ahead.
To Clarkson, and guess what? Not every train stops at Clarkson. Sometimes they'll do one that doesn't.
Yeah.
And then you have to go to.
Not all stops are equal.
Then you have to go to Port Credit, and then on the plus side though, you get to Port Credit very fast because you go from Exhibition to Port Credit. You blow past all of Etobicoke practically, and then all of a sudden you're in Port Credit and they say you can't get to Clarkson.
You're stranded in Port Credit.
You're stranded in Port Credit. You got to walk either an hour or
Take
wait
the
for
city
Chris
bus.
to pick you up. Or yeah.
I was getting sickly. I was like Dustin Hoffman in Midnight Cowboy. Justin had to take care of me. We almost bought Fritos from the vending machine.
We were close to buying Fritos from the vending machine. Luckily, it didn't come to pass. It didn't go that badly. But there was a train coming after us that just kept getting more delayed and more delayed and more delayed. But you know what? It all worked out in the end, and I think the snowstorm was a big contributing factor to all this chaos.
Also, today's Family Day.
And today's a holiday.
yeah.
So it's a holiday.
Trains are going a bit slow.
Yeah.
But the Taos came and saved us. That's Chris's car.
Yep.
Yep, he drives a Taos.
And he listens to Taos music on the way there.
You are now listening to Taos music.
It's just really shitty house music.
But yeah, we definitely got snowed on too, and that has been a rough 3 or 4 days. I just bunkered in. I didn't leave this fucking place.
Yeah, we got
since Friday.
Combined 40-something centimeters of fucking snow.
It's crazy. It just kept snowing on us.
And what is that for inches for the American listeners? 16 inches, something like that?
Yeah.
Like a foot and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, us over there on the house on our street, we got nowhere to put it anymore because we got a driveway that extends all the way to the back, and there's just nowhere to put this fucking snow.
We were having this conversation on the way here. We're like, are they going to drive up? I'm like, where do they put the snow in their driveway?
Where do they get the car out?
Yeah.
We can't even get the car out right now. We haven't cleared it yet.
Patrick blames me, so that I didn't do my job clearing it, but there's too much snow.
You had all day.
I'm okay.
What'd you do all day?
I didn't have enough energy in my body, my sickly little body.
My
to-
body
to-
was so sick yesterday. Hungover. I hungover shoveled.
Do you know what Evan said? Evan said Patrick loves the challenge of clearing the driveway.
I do. I just didn't have enough time
Yeah.
or energy.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I'm trying to make this big pile in front of our house. It's almost as big as our house. So then I can kind of carve it in and make like an igloo sort of thing. I can live in there. But then it caves in on me, and then that's the end.
But if we did the podcast in there, no echoes.
Oh, are igloos good for podcasting?
Yeah.
They're actually some of the best places for podcasting.
Yeah, it is.
Have you heard
An igloo podcast?
Igloo podcast? Interesting stuff. They're like, we got no water. Trudeau is not helping us.
What do you mean? Just scrape snow off the wall and melt it. You got water.
I
Let's
mean,
talk
like,
more about their content.
Oh.
I think an igloo won't cave in on you, right?
well, if you
that's-
build it properly, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah, you don't have the engineering
You have
degree
supporting
to.
beams,
You
maybe.
might need a pole right in the middle.
Beams?
The snow pole.
Like,
yeah.
oh yeah. Well, I should. On Portuguese, I should know how to put beams up.
Yeah,
Construction.
It's true.
In other crazy news, did you guys see the Canada-America hockey debacle?
Oh, that was fun.
It wasn't a
The beginning was
debacle.
fun.
It was freaking awesome.
Booing their anthem.
Yep. And just go straight into fist fights.
3 fights right after the other. That was awesome. I showed
Well-
my coworker. I'm like, this is amazing. He's like, that's nuts.
This is what
That's
hockey
nuts,
is
mate.
for.
He's Australian. He's like, oh,
Oh, they're on rocket fuel.
he's like, that reminds me of Aussie rules, mate.
But I think the Americans were pissed that we booed their anthem.
Well,
They started 3 fights in a row.
I'd be pissed too.
Yeah.
If they booed our anthem, gloves are
It fires
coming
them
off.
up. Fired
but-
the Canadians up too.
Yeah, but they're dim. Don't they understand why that's happening, right? 'Cause,
They don't
like-
care. They're like, you gotta respect the anthem no matter what.
Yeah. Well, speaking of respecting,
Ooh, Pinto de Costa?
yeah.
Rest in peace, the evil emperor. His time has ended.
R.I.P.
Jorge Nuno Pinto de Costa passed away at the age of 87. President of Porto from 82 to 2024.
Wow.
He can have one more year. He wanted to die in office, this crazy bastard.
Yeah.
Big funeral at the Dragão today. Big red carpet. Who's who of Portuguese football stars.
Why wouldn't it be a blue carpet?
It probably was a blue carpet. All the big names were coming out. Pay their respects to the old man.
As a Benfica, I would like to say, rest in piss, bitch. Because we are not respecting him or acknowledging him or
Yeah.
giving our condolences.
Both of you guys, fucking not you guys, but all the teams in Portugal sent a nice condolence message on social media, except for Benfica and Sporting.
I think other teams reluctantly did it too. Like, Guimarães were supposed to do like a moment of silence, but the fans were not being silent. They were like
Yeah, I
chanting
saw that.
stuff.
They didn't give a
That's
fuck.
great. I like
Hey,
that.
and that's fair, but the team came out and did it, and they said, we're going to try to do this.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
You got to lead by example.
Yeah. But their teams didn't even do a social media
That was rotten.
farewell.
You think?
That's
They didn't
rotten.
acknowledge the man.
You know, someone made a very good post saying, you know, when Fernando Gomes passed away, here's a guy who killed us, who like always scored, you know, against from Porto's side onto Benfica, and they respected him when he died. He's a
Look.
respectable person.
He's a player. You gotta respect the game.
Yeah, this guy is a president, and he is a piece of shit.
Hey, he shaped the game in Portugal.
You gotta respect.
decades.
You gotta respect what he did with Porto.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many of those titles were stolen. But
Hey. Well, 2 Champions Leagues, 2 Europa Leagues. That's pretty huge.
yeah,
I say that's important. That's big stuff.
Yeah.
2 Champions League, 2 Europa Leagues. Also, once he took over Porto, they became a force.
yeah, he turned them into a big club. They weren't punching
Well.
us that much before that.
Yeah, he took over in the 80s, and then that's kind of when they really went to town and started catching up on all those trophies.
Yep.
R.I.P. to him. I'm sure he'll come back up at some point in this pod.
Pinto da Costa, he's back.
Somehow he's back.
Somehow he's back.
The
That's
Emperor.
a line from Star Wars.
All right. Porto. Roma was not beat in a day. They flounder against the Romans. 1-1 draw. They played the final 20 minutes with a red card. Francisco Mora smashes one home there in the Europa League.
1-1, first leg.
At home, though.
Yeah.
At home, and Roma had a red card.
Yeah,
like-
so they
They
should have taken
really should
advantage
have
of
taken
that.
advantage of that. I'm sure they'll be kicking themselves.
And Selmy's not cooking. It's not looking. The play's not looking too good.
But you can't expect like immediate results. I mean, if I'm Portista, I'm like, they just gotta like kind of ease into the new thing. Nothing's really gonna happen this year, anyways, right?
It's
Yeah,
like it's like
realistic.
Ruben Amorim. You got to let him build something. Maybe get his own guys in.
Well, that's not going too well down in England. But, yeah, I mean, it's been like 2 weeks since the guys got here. So it is.
Yeah,
what
they
it
don't.
is.
I don't think the Portistas have much patience. I mean, if they a year, when was the last year they didn't win anything? You know,
Right.
that was the last year that God was on earth. After that, he said, "I'm leaving. Fuck you guys."
Yeah.
Well, they're
yeah,
using a lot of kids, right? And like
Yeah.
they ship some guys out.
yeah,
like Nico.
Relying on the youth. Yeah, Nico is a big loss in the midfield, too.
It's a build.
Yeah.
It's a build, but you know, at the same time, me and Patrick saw Roma this year, and since then, Roma's fired their coach. We saw them in person. They didn't look impressive at all. They looked pretty dog shit. It was in this competition, actually. Just like, well, no one was excited by it. Even the Roman people we were talking to weren't very excited by the team. They said, we're sick of this stuff. At the end of the day, they still have Dybala,
Pellegrini.
Pellegrini. They still got a couple good players that can hurt you. And I think they're going to take out Porto and
Yeah, you got
Nah,
and
we're
then
gonna
with
go.
that-
We're gonna go back there stronger.
you got to go to the Olympico.
Yeah.
I was there last year. Pretty loud.
Hey, Samu will be there and he'll wake up and I think he'll get some goals. Fabio Vieira.
He hasn't scored in a long time.
It has been a while. He's due. He's due for one.
That's true.
That's what I like to say. He's due for a goal.
So you're thinking positively.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to go into it positively. Good vibes.
Just Roma. We beat Italian teams before.
It's true.
I'm not afraid of these.
The one you're wearing, Juventus, you guys beat.
Juventus, yes. That famous Sergio Oliveira kick.
Oh, that was a good day.
That was like one of the few times I was like truly excited by a soccer match for a while. Like really sparked my love for the game.
Yeah.
That was a fun one. Yeah, we watched that together, I think.
Nah, we didn't.
No, okay. All right, well.
So wait, you're
Let me
saying
have my fake memories that I enjoy.
Hey, enjoy those memories.
no? We definitely talked about it. Maybe that's why you
Yeah.
remembered. We've been doing this for so long. It seems like we've watched every game together.
Yeah.
Because we've talked about every game together.
And that's a beautiful thing.
It is. But I want to talk about the beautiful thing of Evan just admitting that he hate watches soccer. He's like, that was the last time I loved the game. I'm like, what?
Last time I felt any joy.
That was like 3 years ago. You've just been doing this, what? For what? Why are we here?
No, I like it. It's just one
But
of
that
those,
was a
like-
high.
Yeah, it's definitely a high that's hard to get back.
Yeah, I remember the time my neighbor, who growing up, he's always Portista, whatever. He never talks about soccer. He hadn't made a post on Facebook in probably 12 years. All of a sudden, he puts his big Porto thing up. I was like, Jesus.
That was a Sergio Oliveira goal?
Yeah.
He put up like a flag?
No, he just posted about the game.
Oh, posted.
But like, he had kids. He got married. I don't remember him posting any of that stuff.
The doctor?
Corey.
Oh, Corey.
Corey Rico.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Huge Champions League win. I think because like they play the league every year. Everyone knows it's like Porto, Benfica down to the end. Sporting now too. Hey, Sporting now too. But when a Porto or a Benfica, not a Sporting, doesn't happen, gets a really huge win in the Champions League, it's a different kind of feeling.
Yeah.
And I think we can all admit that.
And Ronaldo was on the team that year too, and we were like, ooh, we did it.
Yep.
Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee. On the weekend, we got lucky. We beat Ferenc 1-0. Ferenc playing in the Stadio Algarve.
Yep.
This thing is huge.
I think they've decided to do that for the bigger teams, the
Yeah.
big clubs. It's a little commitment for the Faro fans to go a little outside, but it's like you're playing the big club, big stadium.
I wonder how much more money it makes them. Like,
It's got to
worth
make
it.
a lot more.
Yeah.
A lot. Because even if you're just selling to away fans, like fuck
I
it.
bet you the locals are like, we had our little stadium. The beers were like €3. Now we got to come here and pay €8 for a
They
beer.
love it.
Far,
yeah.
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
like a little bar just down the street right there.
Yeah. Those tailgates are probably wild.
Francisco Mora, once again, does the damage. Our wing back. He's
Yeah.
the man.
Well, there was a foul on the play, actually.
Nah, there's no foul. It counted.
Let's talk about
shouldn't
this
even count.
controversial foul.
What happened, Patrick? Tell us. What foul do you see
He
here?
pushed that guy right there.
Ah, that guy
Look
had
at
it
him.
coming.
And just for everyone confused like I am, they have a guy named Francisco Mora. And they
Yes.
also have this little kid. What's his name?
Rodrigo Mora.
Rodrigo Mora. Okay.
Oh, there's more of them.
They're multiplying.
So what?
Fell on his own.
Hey, you got pushed. Look.
Nah, that's a dive.
All right, fine. Now, you want me to put the strobe light back on?
Nope,
So
not yet.
Rodrigo Mora, and his name's only spelled Mora, right?
That's right.
Moura. There's the last name is the same.
The last name is exactly the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I thought there was no U on the Rodrigo.
Yeah, I think that too. I kind of think that as well.
Guys, stop asking questions on the
I
podcast.
know, you're exposing people.
You are correct. Mora.
Okay,
Oh.
just you cut all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's one is spelled. This is just for the listener, not us.
Yeah,
One
they might be
is
aware.
Rodrigo Mora, Mora, and then now there's this new guy, Francisco Mora.
Yes.
And what would Porto be without doubles? They
gotta
love
have
doubles of
doubles.
everything.
Yeah.
doubles of the Pepe, doubles of the Mora.
That's right.
They've
They-
lost their doubles recently, but now doubles are back.
Yeah.
back in a big way.
Yeah, he's the guy we bought from Famalicão. We said we need a left back. Let's go and get who's the best guy at the next team in Portugal. Let's just take that guy because he knows this league. He knows how it works.
I like it when Porto does that. I wish Benfica did that more.
No, they like to go get Jurasex.
Get some Jersey guy.
But yeah, big win in Firenze there, and Anselmi gets some points, and we stay a little bit competitive. Still lots to go.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I don't know how happy Portistas are. I feel like Portistas don't have a lot of patience for Anselmi or anyone. I think I might have just said this actually. That a year
it's-
without trophies for them, I don't know. But
It's
you know,
mainly that one guy on Twitter that just hates himself.
He hates himself, you think?
hey, no calling out, no calling out. But
Call him out. He'll like it. Say his name.
I'm Spartacus. I'm the guy on Twitter. You got any thoughts, Patrick?
Nah, fuck him.
All right. Moving on. Who's next? Sporting get absolutely wrecked by Dortmund 3-0. Rui Borges fails to bring his European form with Guimarães over to the Lions. Yeah, they just got wrecked.
Yeah, it's over, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There was one night at the bar. So when this game happened during the day, I was like, I didn't watch it. I didn't check the score. I was like, I'll just put it on later tonight when I get into work. And I'm putting it on. I'm telling a few people at the bar, oh, this is a Sporting team. They're a good team. We're going to watch this game. They got wrecked. It was embarrassing.
And people were watching and they're like, this guy said this was going to be good.
Yeah, I
There's
thought
like-
it would.
There's their team photo from 1968.
Yeah, 66.
Oh, even older.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the Germans always have our number. Dortmund's a great Champions League team. I went on the Dortmund Dispatch podcast this week.
Oh,
What? You went on that?
They're like,
Shout
tell
out.
us about Sporting, your expertise. I said, buddy, I don't know that much about Sporting.
You went on there and you said, I don't know.
No, I didn't say that, but it came out.
You faked it till you make it.
Yeah, of course.
Oh no!
But they were very nice people. We had a good time, and yeah, it's a good time. Check out Dortmund Dispatch if you want.
Oh, you
if you
should've.
like the Bundesliga.
Should have studied more. Talk about the 1966 team.
Yeah, I should have. But anyways,
That's cool. I'm glad you did that.
No, that's good.
I gave him whatever insight I could on Sporting. It's not like I know nothing about them.
That's
Well,
true.
Do you know who knew even less? Them.
Yeah, I guess exactly.
Yeah, you know who even less? Me,
Me,
because
yeah.
I've declined.
Yeah.
On the weekend, it's Yellow Kryptonite week for them. They drop points to Aruca in a 2-2 draw. Trincão saves them in the 74th minute to save that single point. An insane own goal from Rui Silva after a spot kick from Henrique Araujo. And Benfica, you guys were very happy about this spot kick.
I was excited, yeah. Well, they went 2-1. I was like, whoa, maybe Sporting will lose. Ty is fine too. Ty's great.
Trincão seems to be saving their ass. I
Yeah.
believe Paiva said that Trincão should be taken off. I guess he wasn't having a good game in his opinion, and then he's the one who ends up tying the game,
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Saved
could make
them.
some
And-
magic happen.
And they were a man down.
and they were even being a man down.
Here's an insane own goal that happened to Sporting. See if they kicked it back. Keeper
Great
just
finish.
hooks it into his own net. Don't know how that works.
He stared down Juiced.
Yep.
He's gave him a nice stare down. So Rui Silva, we've been saying, I've never seen this guy play. I want to see him. And I guess he thinks he can control the ball with his foot like that in a crazy
Well,
way.
I think it becomes a back pass, so he can't handle it.
Yes, but he can chest it. But I guess it was always going behind him.
He
kind of.
was running backwards a bit.
He was. Yeah, it was over his head big time, and he didn't really have time to chest it down or anything like that. And that was his play. He said, "I'm gonna kind of back heel it."
Misjudged it a bit, but St. Jude should not be making that pass like that.
No, he shouldn't. But even if he does, the goalie should be able to control that. Just get in front of it at least, right?
Yeah.
That's classic baseball.
Yeah.
Don't let it get in front of that ball. Don't let it get behind you.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Sporting starts that game. I don't know if St. Juice got taken off because of that. Oh no, because of that atrocious own goal back pass.
You wouldn't yank him right after that.
I think he got hurt.
He got hurt, and Braganza gets hurt. So they're down some men. Harder gets brought on earlier than planned, and he links up with Gyökeres for the opening goal for Sporting. The Henrique Araujo penalty kick.
Yeah, our boy, he's on loan actually to Aruca,
Yep.
so that's amazing that he did that for us.
Do you think he gets a bonus?
If he scores against Sporting?
Yeah. Because why would they pick him to take the penalty? I mean, I'm
Well,
sure
he's a striker.
He's
Yeah.
their striker. I don't know. I think he should still be on the team. I thought they should have called him back when we had no striking options.
What do you mean? Haven't you ever heard of Belotti?
Belotti?
The amazing Torino striker?
We'll get to them.
Yeah.
But I'm happy for Henrique Araujo. What happened with that clip with the sound on? You're like, you sent us one. It should have sound on. What were they saying?
just like the commentator was going crazy. It was a good commentator.
It was a Benfica commentator.
I think it was like the radio guy or something. Where he's just yelling, going crazy.
Radio guys are always crazy.
Sounded like Benfica TV.
Radio's guys know how to captivate the ears. They don't need to assume people are watching. They have to like go out of their way to really get people excited.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it might be the same guy who did the famous Ronaldo one.
Oh, against Sweden?
Our great uncle, he watches the game, but he's got the audio from the radio still.
My dad used to do that too.
Yeah. And some guys, they go to the stadium, and you know how it's kind of shocking. The stadium has no commentary. You're used to watching a game with people talking.
Yeah.
Some guys old timers bring their headphones in.
Yeah,
you know?
That's fun. Yeah, I would do that.
And you know what I've started to do more and more? Rather than say geezer, it's a little too offensive.
Is it?
I'm calling guys old timers.
Old time.
I walked into a corner store the other day, and it was really, this geezer was sitting behind the counter, and I go, "Hey, what's up, old timer? You got any beer in here?" And it's permeating the culture. I'm telling you, my friend group is on it. They loved it. Outwards from there, you're gonna hear a lot more of this stuff.
If some kid calls me old timer where I work, I'm gonna knock him in the face.
You can't call him a geezer to his face.
I was going to say,
And that's why you say old timer.
you're just raw dogging geezer to guys' faces?
No, I
Why
wasn't.
just call him boss like everyone does.
Boss.
I don't like boss.
Oh,
I
what if
like
you called
boss.
him, hey, young man? No, that's like
Whoa, a little
patronizing.
sarcastic.
Hey, young fella.
Old timer is great. It's because they would say, "Yeah, I am from the old times."
You don't got to bring up his age or how shit he looks at all. How he looks like an old piece of shit.
Hey, you old nutsack.
Hey, handsome young man.
Hey, dried out raisin, what's up, man? You got beer in this corner store or not?
They're doing that now. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. I get to stop all the time.
Okay. Yeah. So Sporting dropping points, and
That's great for us.
Insane.
That's great for us. And Hulman gets a red card. He's gonna,
Yep.
I assume, gonna be out the next game. So this is all just very good news. I mean, I thought Sporting was on a tear. I still think they're the best team in the country.
I don't know about anymore.
I think they're the most
they're
complete
limping
team.
now. I think they're gonna drop more points.
You think?
They're not gonna. They're not winning this year for sure.
Oh yeah, you're calling it.
There's no way they're winning.
Doesn't feel like it.
No.
I think they still have the best. They have the best striker. They have the best midfield, and they have the best defense.
Hey, they kind of have two of the best strikers. Harder is pretty fucking solid.
So I think they're still the team to beat.
Yeah.
How many horses are in this race?
I gotta say, right now it's kind of a 2-horse race.
No. Bro, we're 4 points behind you.
That's not good.
Then that's what you know. What I've always said: this year is gonna be a 3-horse race. I said we're gonna have 3 horses.
Last week 4 horses. This week 2 horses.
4 horses of the apocalypse.
Hold your horses.
Oh. All right, Benfica. They beat Monaco 1-0 in the Champions League. Pavlidis once again proving his worth as a striker. An impeccable chip to put them out in front. Our old friend Al Musrati picks up a red card in that game.
Shocked he was on Monaco. I had no idea.
No one did.
That just happened.
How did you guys not score more goals?
We had the chances. We really should have scored more, especially when we went up a man.
Yeah, because that was in like the 50th minute.
I think it was
that
a-
Big Al went down.
And it's a big mistake. You had the whole second half to score more goals, and we didn't. We're away. Next game's at home, so
But that's good. Next game's at home.
Yeah.
They can,
Oh, you
they
guys-
can finish them off.
anything could always happen though. So 1-0 away is good, but at the same time, and here's the most important thing, Chris. I would love for you to pop this beautiful Portuguese sparkling wine I got from the place I work at. Whoa.
Oh my god.
That was a big pop.
We can hear that pretty well.
We're gonna need some napkins in here.
Clean up on aisle Benfica, and that's when Pavlidis scored. That's the reaction I had. I couldn't believe it. Okay, we took a little break because when
we
Chris
popped
popped
the
that bottle, it spilled everywhere. And then in the meantime, Evan gave us all crazy sunglasses, so you can see this later on in the visual portion of the podcast.
It got a little dimmer here.
Yeah, because we're all wearing crazy sunglasses.
Now it's time. Bring the crystal ball back.
You want it back?
Yeah, put the strobe light in now. I think so.
We need the disco ball.
Well, yeah, now we got sunglasses on.
Cheers.
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 To new beginnings.
To new beginnings.
Cheers.
Beautiful sparkling Portuguese white wine.
What if people message us and they say, please go back to that other place you were?
Go back to that dump.
This is unfiltered. It's a Blanc de Blanc by Felipe Pato. Beautiful, lovely winemaker.
That's actually really nice.
Can we talk shit about the other place? There was rats in there. There was a giant rat who drank up all our aguardente.
Yeah, that's where it went for sure.
Yep. Okay, back to Benfica.
A beautiful chip by Pavlidis opens the scoring. This guy, you know what?
Justin, do you like this guy yet?
No, I was talking.
That was a nice goal, though.
That was nice.
phenomenal.
Sick goal.
That was really great. But I was talking a lot of shit about him, he's scoring all these goals, but they're all junk goals. And he's just getting lucky. But all those junk goals led to this. All that confidence boosting led to him being able to think, I can pull off this immaculate chip, and he did. And so I got to give him credit where it's due. And you know what? Look, I'll say it. I thought I had hopes for Belotti. I was like, maybe this guy can recapture some kind of form. He can't. He's old. He's shit. Forget it. The striker that we play the best with is fucking Pavlidis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
His build-up play is better than everyone else's. He just can't finish a lot of the times, but
Can now?
this time he found it. Maybe he can get hot.
Well, Belotti's only played like 20, 30 minutes, but yeah, it hasn't been great.
He
But-
started on the weekend.
Honestly, if we're going to use him as like a sub, like super sub, I would just prefer Cabral because Cabral's done it
Yeah,
okayly. But
I agree.
Well, he's new to the culture, man. He's got to learn Portuguese. He's got to try our food. He's got to find friends at the lunch table. There's no Italians on this team.
Yeah,
yeah, he's got to
He's
find
the
good
first
pasta
one.
in the city.
Yeah.
and I think, maybe Pavlidis need at least that half year to kind of get it together.
I told you it was going to come for Pavlidis.
You
You got to
who-
wait.
You know who it finally came for as well? The year of adaptation. I mean, Kokshu's playing well lately.
Oh, yeah.
I
All
said
of the
it.
guys you doubted.
I said it. Kokshu's playing well.
Yeah, he's good.
We predict through our hate. I think that's the moral of this story.
Well, you can hate on someone if they're playing badly.
You're allowed to, yeah.
So we played on the weekend.
Yeah, on the weekend, Bruma, he makes his mark early for Benfica. They fly away from the Azores with 3 points and a narrow 1-0 win. He snuck that balloon back in. He's doing
I didn't
balloon
even
stuff
see him
again.
take the balloon out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
They
saw
don't wanna
pictures
show
after.
that. This is X-rated stuff.
Yeah, he's got to grab it off his dick, and then he puts it in his mouth. And he blows it up. I
It's
mean,
fully-
how else do you think he gets
Yeah.
it in there?
It's fully around his dick, like condom style.
Absolutely.
So what, you're not allowed to bring balloons in? You gotta sneak them in. Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't
You
think
could
they
use that as a weapon.
I don't think those shorts are made with pockets.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it must be in his waistband.
Evan, you were correct in predicting that would be a tough game in Ponta Delgada.
Yeah.
It was. I was worried a couple times. I was really happy we squeaked out with a win. That was iffy a lot. Eh? What do you think, Patrick?
Yeah, it's tough there. And like big rotated squad, I guess, for Monaco, but also injuries.
Yeah.
Big crowd, sold out event.
Not,
Oh, yeah.
Not hard, but yeah.
Yeah, they got a nice stadium down there. A lot of Benfica fans on the island.
Then, of course, game changes when Florentino comes off and we put in Coxa. So and then we find out later that Florentino's injured. So you're saying like Sporting is limping. We're limping too. We have so many injuries, just as many as Sporting now at this point, it feels like. They got some reinforcements. I like the Doll. Doll played well.
Doll did well, yeah. I like the Doll.
The doll.
A loan that is actually like helping us. A loan that is actually on the field playing is surprising. It's not really used to that.
I thought
usually
we bought him.
We usually get like a bunk loan from like
PSG.
from PSG, Burnett and Draxler and stuff and Sanchez. So this guy's actually coming good. I think we have an option to buy at the end of the year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think our injuries, I mean, the midfield's tough, but the right back, the Leandro Santos, I think he can fill in.
I think so too.
The thing is, we got Seychelles. That's going to be huge, I think, for the end of the year. We're going to have to probably call up some midfielders from the B team. I've heard Rafael Luiz is good. We'll see. I mean, that's what Lodge is supposed to be good at, right? Like calling up the kids, and that's what won him the last title with Benfica.
Yeah.
So let's see if he can manage that well.
I hope so, because it seemed like for that month there in like December and stuff when things were getting stale, he was hesitant to do it until like the reporters asked him about like, what about Shelderup? Then he puts him in. He's amazing, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, that's like Porto too. Right now, we started on the weekend with the Ghoul up front.
Oh, really? He started.
Yeah, there's no trust in Samu right now.
You gotta change it up.
And Selmy's like, you haven't done shit for me. Let's go with the Ghoul. See what the Ghoul can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's disappointing. Semu was he was peaking there from
Dude, he was amazing. He's the most exciting striker. He's the most electrifying man in Portuguese league.
best
in Portuguese
celebrator
league
for
today.
sure.
Yeah.
You got to feed the big man. You got to play your game around him.
And I think that comes down to like Fabio Vieira is finally getting to his groove. Rodrigo Mora as well. I think the creative is definitely coming together. It's definitely taken a lot longer than expected, but if this can start clicking and Samu can start connecting, we'll be mooshing.
Yeah, Vieira's been quiet.
Yeah. No, he's been providing. He's been setting up some plays and stuff, so he's getting there.
You gotta get him to
but
cook.
yeah, it was definitely a slow start.
I would have killed to have Semu in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, still. I think Anselmi's also trying to figure out like he wants to see everybody.
Yeah.
See how everyone does. He's in assessment time of year. Benfica and Sporting are in, even though they're only 4 points behind Benfica, 5 points off the title. Benfica is in fully like we're chasing the gold. We want the glory. So he's trying to. The thing Bruno Lage is trying to figure out is how do I implement these players or like replace these injured players seamlessly and keep this train moving forward.
Yeah.
On its path. And we lost Arsenis at some time. Was that midweek or some point? Arsenis played against Monaco.
I think it was after Monaco, yeah.
After the Monaco game, we lost Arsenis. That looks like it's pretty serious. Might be done for the year.
And he's your gadget man. He fixes everything.
And he's been playing well, yeah. And
He fills
that's a
your
big
holes.
loss. Mm-hmm.
Feels your hole.
Well, in hockey, they call those kind of guys plugs. Just a guy to fill a hole. Oh, there's a space in the team. Just put a plug in there. But they're usually not considered typically like good players. Just like a guy in the lineup.
Yeah,
he can do his job, huh?
When you call somebody a plug, it doesn't sound good.
No, exactly.
Look at this plug.
Yeah. But yeah.
Which is way different from like some guys on the team could be like a spark plug. That's good. It's like, oh, that guy gets everything started. He's a jump starter, Big difference. Just one syllable before.
Spark.
Yeah.
Sparky.
Spark, good. Plug, bad.
Spark plug.
Good.
Great.
Both.
Ma, nor.
Ma and the Noor. All right. Go for Benfica.
I just want to look ahead. This week we got Monaco. I think that's well. Every game is important now. We can't drop points.
Well.
No, yeah, we got to keep pushing.
Who the big three playing next week? Sporting playing Avs. I think they will probably not miss Morty Human for that game. You guys are playing the new Bovista. New Bovista has landed. You guys got to go up against these new guys.
Oh,
New
no.
Bovista, same old crap.
Lito Vidigal. Porto is playing Guimarães. That's a big week for Porto. That's a fucking massive week. Terrifying.
I think Guimarães is licking their chops. I think they're going, wow, we got another crack at Porto when they're down and wounded.
And they're sad. The old man is dead.
Guimarães is wounded too. They had a mass exodus. All their good guys left.
Yeah, they're not in the best shape either. I think they're easy pickings. And I
Yeah.
think we'll put them away. Speaking of which, the Minho Derby happened. 0-0 game, snooze fest. Tried watching it, then I got caught up doing other shit around the house.
Yeah.
Pretty boring, yeah.
I did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I caught the end of it, and Guimarães had a big chance at the end to win it, but they
Well, it's
missed
like,
it.
remember last year in January, João Mendes just banged that stonker from way outside the box? Saw a replay of that today. I was like, damn, I wish that happened this week. Bovista, they lose to Estrela. Lito Vidigal in his first game in their 9 deadline day signings. Couldn't do it. So we'll see what happens next week. Chris, you heard about these deadline day signings?
Deadline day. No, tell me more, please.
They
And
could've-
tell all the fans that don't know.
They couldn't score. They couldn't sign any players until the last day of the transfer window. So they signed 9 free agents.
Ooh.
Steven Vittoria was one of them. Kurtzawa, who used to play for PSG.
Okay.
Marco Van Ginkel, who came up in Chelsea. There's this goalie, can't remember his name, but yeah, they made these like 9 signings that were like ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're kind of all washed up guys, but like
Isn't there like a movie about this, like a baseball team or something?
The replacements.
Yeah, the replacement.
No, yeah, it's pretty much like, you know how in like North American sports, there's like, there's the league, like the NHL, and like, oh, they signed a guy who like, he wasn't even in the league.
Yeah.
This is like European soccer. So like, these guys weren't in any league. No league wanted them.
Yeah.
They're like the Expendables.
Yeah.
They got like Arnold Schwarzenegger out there.
Arnold's obviously Steven Vittoria, right?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
There's guys on
Or
the-
Sylvester Stallone.
There's guys out there looking a little bit more Arnoldy than Steven Vittoria.
But you guys will play him next week, so let us know how that goes.
I'm kind of worried because I'm like, well, the first game they didn't have enough time to integrate.
Yes.
Now they're gelling, and
But
we don't
they're-
know if they're mooshing yet, but they are gelling.
They're so old that they know how to integrate quickly. That's the thing with old people. Right? They just don't have the skills and the stamina to maintain.
Yeah.
So their one big game might be against Benfica. We usually get everyone's best shot.
That's true. These old timers are gonna put their best foot forward for you guys.
The old timers, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
But
give
they-
them respect. Call
No,
them geezers.
Again, that's what I was just about to say. They're against me. They're geezers.
Nacional ties Estoril as the Madeira team slowly make their way up the table into safety. Nacional creeping up the table. They're getting up there.
And they didn't even have to get the replacements.
They didn't need any replacements. Moreirense and Casapia rack up goals in a 3-2 game. Let's see, the green and white team turned things around after their loss from Benfica last week. Also a 3-2 game. So Moreirense sticking with it. So yeah, Nacional jumps up to 13th place. Bovista dead last. Ferenc and then Aves. So some fighting to do there.
Yeah, and I think I was kind of pulling away a little bit from Ferenc. They're over like a 4-point gap. That's gonna be tough for Ferenc
Yeah.
to kind of make that up. But
Oh, they could do it. Well, you gotta shoot for the playoff spot.
Yeah.
shoot for the playoff spot, but also 3 points down there. You get a win. That's a big difference because they don't get a lot of wins down there. So 3
Yeah.
points.
Bovista right down in last place. You're gonna fight the scrappiest team of the season. They're gonna fight tooth and nail for that win.
Yeah, and every game we've been playing, we got by on the skin of our teeth. Like it just goes down to the wire.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see next week if they are in fact old timers or geezers.
Oh.
The thing about it too, like with Florentino going down, it's like you're finally kind of seeing, and Sporting's all banged up. It's like there's too many games on this schedule. Like the season's too long, too many games. Champions League, it starts in like June. There's not a huge break. I think just a bunch of wear and tear stuff were really hurting, and I think he's gonna rotate the squad against Boavista too. So we're gonna play tomorrow against Monaco. I think we're gonna see a different team against the last place team, as that you should do, right? We can all agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
do you have the depth of squad? Chris is always talking about like the best teams now, you gotta be deep. Gotta have 2 full teams.
Yeah.
So we'll
I
see.
feel like our kids are ready. We got to see João Rego at the end of the game and Nuno Felix.
I like that.
They fought. They defended that lead.
But are your kids ready for 9 hardened vets that have been all over Europe?
Yeah, I don't know. I certainly hope so. Well, they've been kicking it down in the second division. I think that's a tough league.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
They're actually in fourth in the
I'm
second
actually
division.
really excited for that game now that we've gone over all the actual details of it. Yeah, keep an eye out for that. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Just a reminder, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. We're back on YouTube. Check us out there. Leave a rating, leave a review. Join us on Patreon if you want some extra content there. And just a nice way to say thank you for doing this show because it's free all the time. Okay, moving on. Premier League. Thrilling midweek Merseyside derby. Merseyside derby. Beto opens the scoring as the Reds and Blues tie 2-2. Thrilling 98th minute goal by James Tarkowski.
Just a load of crap. This is a freaking load of crap. Did you see this game? Did you see what happened?
Yeah, this game was wild.
Oh my God! Did the refs Everton pay off these guys or something?
Hey man,
It was sketch.
yeah,
It was sus.
dude.
The refs don't like Liverpool, like that guy who got fired.
It was 5 minutes of extra time. In 94th and a half minute, some guy goes down, gets injured. He's down for 2 minutes. They play to like the 100th minute. How is it? How do you add an extra 5 minutes?
Yeah, sometimes you got to.
No. Once the guy gets off his injury, there's 30 seconds left to play. That's it. Not another 5 minutes.
Yeah,
It sounds to me like some Kansas City Chiefs stuff. They
It's-
want to make the league competitive. Get second place back in the mix. You know.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And it was the last one in the old barn.
Yeah.
What's that place called?
I don't know.
in
The old barn.
Everton's place.
Yeah.
Goodison Park.
Yep.
Yeah, Goodison.
Last
Really?
last Merseyside derby in
Yeah,
Oh,
old
Merseyside.
barn.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, so they wanted to make it a good one.
Yeah, dude.
And they celebrate like they won the league. Or
David-
they won the Champions League.
Everybody got carded. So the coaches got carded.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of red
heard it was
cards.
for a mean handshake.
Yeah.
They deserve to celebrate. Come on, that's your big brother there. I mean, no one will ever say that Everton is on the same
Yeah.
level as Liverpool, and they got one back on them. And they didn't even get one back. They drew the game.
Yeah,
But they're
boy, that's a draw that feels like a win.
it's when you're knocking points off Liverpool and they're in the title race, especially when they're in first place. It's like
Yeah.
we if they end up losing
You
the
guys-
league.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
that's
we
part
brought
of
up
it.
again. You brought up this game before because this is the game that got canceled and they had to reschedule.
Oh yes.
And you said, "Oh, you guys will win that game, no problem." I said, "These guys have always given us trouble."
Very good point.
Yeah, Everton's always a team that gives a hard time.
Crazy because that was midweek, like during Champions League and stuff too, and I was like, "This is the best game on today for sure."
Yeah.
But yeah, Beto's been finding his form. David Moyes knows how to use him. He scores again on the weekend to help Everton beat Palace. But yeah,
That's good. He kind of disappeared for a while.
yeah,
He's back.
he's officially a Guinea-Bissau man, so he can't play for Portugal anyways.
Oh, that's too bad.
But you know, it was nice. The idea was nice.
It
It's
was
nice
nice
to
to dream
follow
of.
him. He's a big guy from Portimonense, or I don't know if he's from Portimonense, but he played there.
So we don't care about this guy at all anymore.
I guess
Not
not
anymore.
He claimed Guinea-Bissau, and we go, you know what? Fuck this guy. We were
still
calling
like him.
We were calling him to make. Was it the Euros one year? We were like,
Yeah.
yeah, put him in the team.
I wanted to see Beto there.
Yeah.
We did. We both. I did as well. Big strong guy like him. But you know, like you said, Evan, it's good to see him succeeding.
Yeah.
Dave Moyes comes in. He's like, this guy's our man. Put him in.
Big, bulky, strong boy. Get him up there.
And he is better than fucking what's that jabroni's name?
I don't even know who's
Calvert Lewin.
Yeah, sure.
Well, we still got Chermiti, right?
Termiti's there too. Jesus Christ, I forgot about Termiti.
I think he
What a
might be shipped off somewhere else.
What a shame. What a fucking shame that team is. Manchester City, they marmouche all over Newcastle in a 4-0 win. The Egyptian scores a hat trick.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Marmouching.
Yeah, they were.
I saw a Marmouche compilation the other day. It was impressive.
Oh, nice.
Really?
Yeah.
He's on to something. He's chasing Salah.
I'll tell you this. I think it looks like second half of the season, once the transfer season is over, he's kind of phasing out Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne. I think they're like the old guard, and they
Bernardo
got.
needs to get out of that team.
We've
Yeah.
been saying it for years, but who's gonna pay him what City's paying him? You know what I mean?
I mean, we've been saying it, but it's been unrealistic. But now it's like, you gotta go. It's not. It's just not working. Before he would still show up every now and then, do something crazy. Now it's just sad.
Well, they just won the title last year, did they not?
They did, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm saying in terms of play, how much play he's getting, how much he's contributing to the team, to goals. Like, I don't know.
Season's not over.
Season's not over. He might still play a part.
Okay. Guys got hope.
But I think he's gonna get phased out.
Yeah. Marco Silva bests Nuno Espirito Santo in a Portuguese derby 2-1. Forest still sitting pretty in third place.
That's insane.
Yeah, and I think they lost. City won, and City was right behind them, and like didn't even catch up.
But I think honestly, like Marco Silva and Nuno Espirito Santo should have had some kind of a little bit more solidarity. It's like, look, what does this win mean to you and Fulham? Like, obviously, this means more to us and 9 and Forest. Just like, let us have it. Can we not work something out here?
It don't work like that.
Fulham would have been. They jumped 3 places, so they would have been in like 10th. They went up to 8th. So
That's big.
it's pretty huge for them. Shout out to them. And apparently Bournemouth is sitting in 5th place somehow. This is wild.
Those bastards.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Liverpool and Wolves on the weekend. Liverpool win 2-1. Salah and Diaz strike for the Reds. Cunha slaps one in from outside the box. That was a nice Cunha goal. But, the Reds did it. Was this a game that Jota dived really badly? Or was that the Everton game?
I don't know.
He died badly?
Dived. It
Oh.
was a really bad dive that he just
I think it was this one.
Is this one?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it.
He had some good link-up play. He had good shots on net, but, end of the day, he did not score.
Dirty dive.
Yes, he goes around, dekes that guy. Oh, no, that was...
Oh, that is it. You know what? He tried to make contact with the sliding player, though. He really did. He really stuck out that leg.
Oh, no, this is old then. Never mind, that was Newcastle. Okay.
There's
anyways.
So what happened is we tried to look it up, and there's too many Jota dives that
Too
you
many.
look up when you type this in. So we couldn't find the one that Evan's talking
Yeah.
about.
He's doing it all the time. United lose to Spurs 1-0. Will Ruben's nightmare ever end? The Devils sit in 15th place.
To lose to a brutal team like Tottenham Hotspur that does not bode well.
And they have a lot of injuries. They're using kids, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Emery's using a lot of kids as well. He's just lost Diallo for the year, who was like one bright spot that he had.
He was their all-star.
I believe he likes to be called Ahmad.
Yeah.
Ahmad, sorry,
Ahmad.
pardon me. It's just, it's going to be a slog.
Yeah. But yeah, I think they interviewed Big Ange and they're like, oh, how do you feel, Manchester United? They're, out of a lot of players, they're playing a lot of young guys. And Big Ange was like, I've been doing that for 2 months. I got no sympathy for those fucking guys.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny.
I watched that game, and there was so much back and forth. There's so much battle in the midfield, and I guess the way the ref was calling it, like, so much stoppage in play. It was a lot of set pieces, like, nonstop.
That's a tough game to watch.
That's
Yeah.
a hard watch. That gets you on your phone instantly.
No flow.
Too
No
many
flow to the
stops.
game.
No,
I'm in my
but-
phone.
But it was like they were setting them up quick, and they were taking them, and it was still exciting, but like nothing ever came of any of them.
Well, you got to hire a better set piece person. All right, off to Italy. Sergio drops the ball in the UCL as Feyenoord beat AC 1-0 in the first knockout stage after a goal from Igor Paixão.
Paixão, Leão, João.
Conceição.
Meow. Hey, fuck that Italian geezer. Anyone
pretty
who's
funny.
seen that clip.
That guy's pretty funny.
I like that. Sergio answers one question and then storms out of the press conference. He's not feeling it. On the weekend, they beat Verona 1-0. Leão answers his critics. He steps up with an impeccable assist to Jimenez.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah, and I think he got benched at the start of the game. And then when he made his way onto the field,
He's a difference maker.
I don't like what Sergio's doing with Leão. Like, this is Leão's team. Like, what are you doing not starting him?
Yeah, even if he has a
Trying
bad
to-
game, just keep putting him in. But I think because a lot of coaches, I think, are trying to make this point with Leão, and like he's a bit of a lazy player. He doesn't come back on defense, but it's like, dude, I've seen what he does with the ball. He doesn't need to come back on defense. Let him cherry pick. They can't stop him.
No,
They debuted some crazy jersey also.
I hate that.
Some bougie shit. I mean,
Why are their names in quotes? Like this might be him. I don't know.
Might be Pulisic. Who knows?
This is who you call Pulisic.
I feel like if you put the name in quotes, you can get any player to play that position. Any player can play. If
You
it's
can get
in
anyone.
quotes. Yeah.
You can get Steven Vittoria out there.
Yeah, right?
Juve, on the other hand, they win their UCL game 2-1. Weston McKennie slaps one in.
Damn.
And I know you guys are not a fan of him.
The ranch
No.
man.
Ranch boy.
But
I think it was captain too.
On the weekend, Chico saves the day as a single goal scored by him beats Inter 1-0.
Wow, your boy.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw there was like tifos of Sergio Chico Conceição. They love him over there already. He's a fan favorite.
Yeah, he's making shit happen for them.
Hey, man. That's what he does. Takes some time, but he finds his way. Picks up the ball, picks up the scraps.
Hey, don't we know it? He saved our ass in the last Euro Cup.
Yeah.
Scored a big goal at the end.
Hell yeah. Other news. Mourinho's Fenerbahce beat Anderlecht 3-0. Portuguese coach continues to show he is a force to be reckoned with in the Europa League. And then there was that crazy interview where he called Icardi a goat. What happened?
He doesn't speak on goats.
Yes, he's a goat, and I don't speak about the goat.
That's a sarcastic goat.
Absolutely. Some people explain to me there's like kind of two things. I guess this is more in Europe because to me, I was just like, oh, he's just calling him the animal, like a goat instead of like greatest of all time. But other people said because I guess goat have horns and it's like a term for like this guy's been cuckolded. So it's like a bit of that
Oh, you're
kind of
reaching a bit
old
there.
ass English, right?
Is it like a satanic thing, maybe?
Or like
He's
no, to be
evil?
cuckolded is
I know what that is.
yeah. So it's like from old English, like goats and horns and stuff like that.
Ah.
So people say it's like that, but that sounds more I don't know old European
I
to
don't
be even
think
thinking
so.
about that stuff. I just think he just called him like an animal.
Well, you could have said, "Well, you're at home in your hotel room. You're in the cuck chair."
yes, men sitting in cuck chair.
He sits in cuck chair and he wants to speak about me.
Okay, yeah, that was bizarre. The Ronaldo ticker. Did he score today?
Oh yeah, they played today.
There was Champions League for Europe. No, 0-0 game against Persepolis, Taremi's old team.
Champions League though.
Yeah, Champions League. That was an Iranian Persian team. Yeah, they played the other day, and I think Duran scored 2 goals. So
To win it, I think. Yeah.
yeah, it's big.
If he keeps scoring like that, he'll have to be sent away. Ronaldo can't have that.
Can't have
He's
this
on his chase.
But Ronaldo wants some trophies with this fucking team though.
Yeah,
And
that's
Duran
true.
can definitely help him with that.
them there. Local boys TFC. Insigne refuses to leave. Is he holding the Reds hostage to his contract? What's
Oh yeah,
happening?
he wants that money. He's not. Well, they could buy him out though.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want me to leave, give me all the money now. Otherwise, I stay here and I collect my paycheck as you promised me.
I show up 3 hours late to the dip. I'll do whatever you want.
No, you can't show up late. You gotta show up on time.
That's right. If you want to get paid, just gotta show up on time.
Well, he's getting iced out. They're not going to play him.
Yeah.
He's going to sit around.
That's okay. He wants to get paid.
Yeah.
They'll work out something.
They said find a new team ASAP, and apparently he's not.
Probably in the summer he will find something.
They have a new red jersey. The red is back.
This is a really nice shirt.
Yeah.
Got to get it.
The red has to be back. No, Onyx. Onyx was
Onyx.
a terrible move, and it turned. The fan base went down. The interest went down. The team went to shit.
You think it was the jersey?
all the
Hell,
jersey.
Of course it was. You
Ooh.
show up to work looking like that, look good, feel good, play good.
That's true.
You show up to work looking like that, Onyx with the gray. Whatever fan they consigned to do that, they need to have their membership revoked. That was a
I
terrible
think
move.
That guy probably got shit in the stands. Like, oh, it's the fucking jersey guy.
This is the guy who made it Onyx. No, we don't even like it. And look what happened to York United. Nice jerseys, nice team, nice logo. They're on the come up.
They even
Yep.
did like a reveal to the players of the shirt, And all the players were like, "Oh, red again, nice, very nice. It's red, like it should be."
Yeah.
So like, even the players know about like we weren't even wearing the colors of the team.
It's a mentality thing too. I remember it. I mean, it's back in high school, but it was in like psychology books, and it was like one of the is like if you wear red, you're more likely to be a winning competitive team. And they were like, that's the Leafs have been so bad for so long because they wear blue.
Oh, because they weren't red. Yeah, red teams are usually good. Yeah,
Red is
they're the
fi-
best in the country, I think. Red teams.
Red is fiery and blue is kind of a relaxed, calm color. That's why a lot of apps they choose blue. So just open your phone and you see all your apps. Like most of them are blue.
Chill you out,
Okay.
keep you sedated. Stonk of the week. I mean, I couldn't find it, but Weston McKinney's stonk was pretty impressive.
Well, we haven't seen it though.
I'll give it to him.
I can't give it to Ranch Boy.
Ranch boy. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, Ranch boy.
I'm not gonna fight it in the new space.
And then the new space.
Yeah, keep the vibes good. The disco ball is going.
Oh,
It is. It's
oh.
crazy in here.
João Wonder 173. Who's our best Portuguese player this week? I know a guy who scored 2 goals. One was to tie the game. One was to win a game. His name is Francisco Moura.
I was thinking that too, but I didn't want to give it up to him.
You know what? I haven't heard anything better. I gotta give it to Francisco, my boy Francisco Moura.
You're gonna give it to the kid.
Give it to the kid.
Give it to the kid.
All right.
No,
I thought you were
give
gonna,
it to the
I
geezer.
thought you were gonna say Francisco Conceição.
He scored a goal too against the winner against Inter.
Wait. We don't want to give it to Pinto da Costa for dying.
No,
For dying.
you
For
don't get. You only
dying.
get it if you get a new job, not dying.
You guys don't even like giving it to someone who just got a new job. You think
No.
they
That's
should
what
need
you
to
push
do
for.
something at the new job. I say no, just the getting of the job is important. That's why I think just dying is good
Well,
enough.
Pinto da Costa did get a new job in hell. I don't know how the jobs work down there, but he's doing something.
This is his last chance to get one ever.
Yeah.
It is.
He's
Definitely
never
is.
gonna get one ever again.
But he didn't do anything this week.
Okay, give it to Moura then.
What do you mean he died?
Dying is
It's
something.
not an action. All right.
Okay, give it to the Porto fans for doing all that shit they did for his death.
Okay, Francisco Moura. All right, thanks once again for listening. Hit us up on socials, Portugal_Corner on X, at Portugal Corner on Insta. Join us on Patreon. Check us out on YouTube. Leave us a rating review wherever you get your pods. Check out the oldies if you like. Chris, what's the outro?
Thank you for listening to Portugal.
That seems more like an intro.
Yeah.
That seems like an intro.
Nope.
Zip it up and zip it out.
I haven't come up with one yet.
To new beginnings.
New beginnings. Cheers. Yeah.